It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Zanzi, your feel-good breakfast show. And we're going to make that feeling turn up and make that feeling a little bit furry too, right? Because it's time to turn our attention to our furry friends. And every dog loves a good scratch, but when that scratch indicates something bigger and a bigger problem, then we want to be concerned, right? Yeah.
So we have to investigate, and Graham is the perfect person because whenever Graham sees a dog, all he does is scratch. So he took a trip to the vet to find out about all the common canine skin issues. So please take a look at this, it could help.
Welcome back to our amazing pet health series with Royal Canin. Now, when you see your dog running, I bet you picture them on a beautiful stretch of beach like this, hair blowing in the wind, rolling in the sand, having a good scratch. But when is that good scratch an indication that something else might be wrong? I figure it's time to get off the beach and reconnect with a vet to find out more. So Doc, I'm here to ask a simple question. When is a scratch just a scratch, and when is it an indication that something else could be wrong?
So it's a good question because dogs often groom themselves, they lick, they scratch, that can be normal. But as soon as you feel that your pet is doing it excessively or they are interrupting an activity to scratch or bite themselves, that is an indication that there's something wrong.
What are the most common ailments that you come across in your practice?
So for dogs and skin problems, we want to distinguish between itchy skin issues and non-itchy skin issues. For the purpose of this program, we're going to go with the itchy skin because that's the most common ones that we face, and definitely you go down the allergy algorithm then. So that is a diagnostic algorithm that we'll follow to find out what your dog is actually allergic to.
What are the most common allergies that you come across?
Yeah, so in dogs, we definitely want to be ruling out external parasites. So those will be your fleas, ticks, and mites. So that's where parasite control becomes really important. So if you have an itchy dog, the first thing you should be doing is make sure that you are treating for parasites. If you don't see them, doesn't mean they're not there. We live in Africa, they are everywhere. So let's treat for parasites. And then after that, once we've ruled that out, you're going to be looking at a food allergy. And for that, you definitely need to see your vet because you need a prescription diet to help you rule it out. And once we've done that process, we can then say that your dog has an environmental allergy. That's a really complex syndrome of skin issues that dogs suffer from. And unfortunately, most dogs are atopic. So if they have itchy skin issues, they usually have an environmental allergy, and that can be quite tricky to manage.
Figure out.
Yeah.
How then do we approach treatment and just at the very least help them feel a little bit better? Because it must be awful. I mean, if we think about it in our own life, what having a really itchy skin condition can be like, it must be terrible.
Definitely the first and most important part is to bring immediate relief, because as soon as they scratch or bite themselves, they bring about skin infection, and infection is itchy as well. And then you have a vicious cycle where you're just not getting this dog under control. And definitely nutrition plays a very important role in repairing the barrier that is the skin. So when they scratch and bite, oftentimes they break the barrier of the skin, but they also have a genetic deficiency in the barrier of the skin. It gets a bit technical, but the vet will explain it to you in the consult, but that's where nutrition comes in, is to try to build up that barrier. Some dogs are also food allergic, so then you definitely want to be changing their diet to a hydrolyzed protein, which is the case in Bailey, very food allergic, and just by controlling the amount of allergens that she ingests through nutrition, we are able to control her symptoms about 80%, which is really good.
At what point do we see a vet? When do we need to seek your counsel?
So we often see these dogs, in most cases, when it becomes a problem for the client, so for the owner. So when they disrupt your sleep because they're scratching and licking and constantly at their skin. But we have to remember that living with itchy skin is incredibly painful. It's irritating. Some of these dogs don't eat well, they're miserable, they don't want to play. So as soon as you see that your dog is spending more time licking, even if it's a slow lick, rather bring it in, let it be checked out. There could be some really simple tricks that we can pull out our sleeves to help them and bring them some relief.
You know, I'd love to continue this conversation, but someone is stealing all of my limelight right now. You were born for TV, baby. You are beautiful. Well, she can enjoy the rest of her consult.
She's too pretty with her pink.
Too beautiful. It's the blonde highlights for me. Oh, thank you so much. This has been invaluable. As a doggy daddy to two Dachshunds who do have skin conditions from time to time, this really has been an eye-opener. A little bit of scratching, a little bit of an itch, it's not a problem. Dogs will scratch. But if it's incessant, if you notice them scratching and itching all the time, if you notice a change in their skin condition, and ultimately in their behavior, you know them so well, then don't waste any time. As I always say, take your pet to the vet.
I think you noticed, did you hear G's dog voice?
It's
Come
got
on,
that-
that,
yeah.
did you
I
hear
liked
that?
it actually. It was
Yes.
soothing.
I want to try that now. If your pet is due for a visit to the vet, you might just be in luck. If you spend more than 1,000 Rand on Royal Canine products, you stand the chance to win big. One of 6 5,000 Rand product vouchers, and put yourself in the running to win a grand prize of 10,000 Rand.
Wow. I feel so confident already.
Yes.
That's so soothing. I love it.
That's what G's dogs feel like.
If you want to find out more, scan the QR code that is on screen right now for all the information and cross your lucky fingers and paws. And we'll give you 2 seconds whilst you quickly pull out your phones. Well, there. Hope you got it. And with that, Colin and I are wishing you nothing but good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Royal Canin, making a better world for pets through precise and tailored health through nutrition.